Hello everyone. My mic might be acting up. Please let me know if I'm too quiet when the call starts rolling, but I just want to thank everyone for being here for service. Welcome, welcome. X-Pac bless and many yellows to you all. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm being honest and I'm being out street with you right now. Yeah, okay. Something happened with my mic, and well, basically it just beats the shit, so I gotta fuck with it again. What the fuck is it? There we go. Let me see if I can make this work. Okay, did that help? Probably not. A little better. I can tell just by the thing, but okay. So I never meant to do it. I'm gonna be honest, this call is not a banger, okay? Now, it's interesting at the beginning and then it gets kind of boring, and I'm willing to admit that. However, the reason this is being played is because something very important happens in this call. I don't know if it's the mic. I think it's my sound card isn't great. My computer is like a decade old. I've upgraded it, but it's topped out at this point. But there's something very important that happens in this call that gets brought up again and again, but it's available. You'll see, but this is it's kind of, you know, you'll see when it happens. Let me just something in the way for me pushing play here. Let's just get into it.
Hi. Can you hear me? Okay. Can't get Will's phone now.
I'm not your bro.
That was a tough meeting.
Right. Okay. Context. So again, I've mentioned this. This was on another channel where Lauren met with his PO and his lawyer, mainly to get off of probation, and he's now going to tell
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Who else has chicken skin right now?
Thank you. I don't even know how you pronounce that. 87 ICA? I don't know. Thank you. 87 Ika. You know, when I think of chickens, I think of WMD, and since Clob is, I believe Clob's here, we'll play it for him because it's his. I mean, technically, this is his show. MTV The Show, Dave. If it loads. WMD, it's available.
Hi, baby. All right. You want a country version of this? Or, okay. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. There you go, honey.
There you go. Right, Mike Scott. So yes, so he's going in for probation, and he's going to talk about how tough the meeting was.
That was an extremely tough meeting. Basically, everything is based around you. They won't. My lawyer agreed with him. That's why he wanted to have the meeting before he did any motion to put into court. Because they know that you're acquainted or was acquainted with Emma and Winnie and them. But they want to be able to verify that you're you and that you're not catfishing me.
Well.
And they said that it runs, it's parallel behavior to when I had my offense. Even though you say you're of age, they can't verify. They make that angle so you won't be disappointed.
Harry Bourne. Hope you have a great week. Hashtag Pepper Strong.
Pepper Strong. Thanks, Clob. I think it's gonna be a good week, so I hope you all have a good week. I'll say it again before the. Yeah, I mean NCA that is so weird to say, because I mean, she lost her voice. She talks with a robot for a year. There's nothing weird about that. So I don't get it. They're just saying like, hey, you know, they were associated with these people that fucked with you. They could do it again, and that's just, I think that's just rude.
Verify it, but it's parallel behavior that I'm basically protecting you and taking you at your word, and regardless of what I say, that's still the way they're going to be. And they said that because of all this, it brings my emotions out, and they're afraid of me going back to drinking and resorting to my same past behavior that I had before.
Patterns that he got out of, basically.
And I even told Stacy that you were willing to give her to talk to her before you came up here, and until that happens, they still want me in class. They said I can be in aftercare. Well, if I pass this polygraph with no problem, and
Wait. They said he'd be in aftercare in the beginning of 2021. And then I think later on, maybe like close to a year later, he still wasn't in aftercare when the robot stopped talking to him, so.
and then things will change more. Then I can go to aftercare, and then have to go to class less, and maintenance for a year. Then around that time, I'll be able to get off probation.
Okay, I like how he's reading from a list, trying to remember things like, I'm going to go to aftercare, and then I'm going to do this and this and this, and then I'm going to get off probation. I guarantee they never said, here, I'm going to boost this a little more. I guarantee they never said that to him. There's never, he's never getting off. But I do like that he said that his meeting with probation was mainly about the robot, but then he just listed off things that had nothing. Apparently, talking to the robot equals he has to go to class, and he's still got to go to aftercare, and then he gets off probation.
So a lot of things are based on my relationship with you.
This was back in January, the end of January 2021. Hey, Jack. Peter O'Keefe, I think that Lauren has talked himself into believing he can get off probation. However, I don't recall anyone saying that to him. Based off of everything, like here's a prime example. One time Lauren was talking to his PO, and Lauren did his, song and dance, and then at the end said, because then I'm getting off probation. And his PO turned to him and said, your lifetime. And he goes, yeah, but I can go to the courts and get a lawyer, something like that. And his PO started shaking their head. And Lauren, in his mind, when they start shaking their head, I would think that it would mean like they don't approve of what I'm saying. They don't, they're not happy with my choice of where I'm going with this, something wrong. Lauren interpreted as they didn't know that I knew I could do that, and she's just mad that I know how to get off probation. So, that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with.
And I know you can't talk right now. Sucks that you don't have Will's phone.
Yes, they don't want to keep you on probation for lifetime, even though Lauren has not come close to getting off.
That was quite an emotional meeting for me. Didn't quite expect that.
His docs, Hey Boo, might have said something with state and federal. I've heard him mention that before. I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at that.
As for my computer, they don't want me on YouTube. So I got to get a lawyer to get that shit off of YouTube. Because they're able to go on there and see all the crap that gets put on YouTube. But Stacy wants me, I think she said to come in Monday, call her Monday or come in Monday and get my computer and get it all set up for the monitor and shit. I see what their worries are. It just sucks because I have to go through this shit.
Yeah, he's still convinced that he's got massive amounts of money on YouTube. People are watching his stuff, and he thinks he's got thousands waiting for him. When in fact he has dollars. I don't even know if he'd break 10.
Yeah, be right back, baby.
I'm kind of picking through the dead air tonight.
I gotta go over to styrofoam insulation she has.
Oh, styrofoam installation.
That she's selling me for cheap.
Installation.
So if you want to go over with me, you can.
What's up, Clark?
Sucks that you can't talk. She don't have Will's phone.
Oh no, she doesn't have Will's phone.
You can spend the time with me if you want to.
I could have sworn this was the call.
Shit, it's stressful.
He loves talking to himself, Amy. It's his favorite thing to do, because there's no pushback. His alligator mouth has overloaded his hummingbird ass. Why does Lauren never pick up on the fact that Jamie doesn't seem to have to talk to Will when they're in the same room and Will just sort of knows what she's saying. Jack, that was explained to him. She knows sign language, and Will knows how to interpret sign language for the most part. It happens a lot near the beginning, and it sounds like Will is illiterate. You know, why are you doing these things? He would talk like that. But then it just kind of got to the point where Will could be like, she's saying you're an idiot. You know, like, Lauren did not learn sign language.
I don't think we'll get cut off at the bottom of this hill, but if we do, I'll call you right back. Okay?
Okay, so Lauren gets to the bottom of the hill, and he gets cut off, and then several hours later, they have another call.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, he was on his way home from the
Can you
meeting,
hear me?
telling her about the meeting.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a great point, Tommy. Yeah.
How are you?
Hello.
Hey.
So he just had he just had a meeting with his PO and his lawyer, and like, he's gonna explain information. So I would assume the robot's gonna be kinder than normal.
Hold on. My phone just. Hold on. Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Okay. How are you doing?
Me too, Amy. I say yeesh all the time.
How are you doing?
What's going on in your mind?
What's going on in my mind? Fucking sucks. You're gonna have to make some steps forward.
Oh no, steps forward.
There's not much of a choice here. I can't do anything about what they want, and
Yep, that's exactly what's
I'm not
happening.
gonna be able to get anywhere without you making steps forward.
You need to get your ass, so you gotta trot your ass up to Maine. I haven't made any steps in order for you to
Oh.
actually come up here.
We'll make that angle so you won't be disappointed.
It still blocked it out. Voice to voice. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Off topic, but did Will ever get his Nazi coin? And did Lauren ever explain why he helicopters Mr. Penis so much? He got neither of those. He never got an answer, and he never got the coin. Just this is sad.
You don't have anything to hide, and you're only going to be talking to Stacy, so they're worried that you might still have something to do with our old acquaintances, or
Well, they're
you
wrong.
could be underage.
Oh,
They want to be able to verify it.
that's like the first legitimate concern I've ever heard.
You could be underage.
The other shit is like, you know, whoever they're associated with, I guess. But being underage is a good claim by probation. Ramona Stiper, they're insisting that well, Lauren's saying they're insisting that she has to come up and visit him.
Well, Lauren, please understand where I'm coming from. I'm not on probation. They want a time and date, and I just don't have that.
No, you're not on probation, but I am. They don't want a time and date. They just want to know that you're real and you're not underage. They want to be able to verify it.
Danny, the answer to that is the imps in Doom, the original Doom, not the, what was it, 2006 remake. It's like the original Doom on PC, where when you kill the brown imps that shoot fireballs, they fall over and they have buttholes. That's Lauren.
You're only going to be talking to Stacy.
Playing Doom. Kick some Doom ass.
That's all they want. They just want to know that I'm not getting catfished and that you're not underage. That's why Stacy wanted to talk to you. She wanted to be able to get your information so she can verify you and not have to worry about it. Otherwise, they're telling me that it's parallel to all my other long-distance relationships.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Why didn't it read that one? Oh, because Fox at the end? Thank you, Dinosaur Tano. They stated, thanks for all the great content. Well, I miss Clob. I'm glad he's retired in Florida or whatever the fuck. Why would it block it just for that word? It's so stupid. I'll get a new donation sound. That's old. I forgot to change it.
You knew the other ones.
You have to understand this isn't East for me.
Jack, as far as amnesia goes, we will get to it. So, we're coming close to the end of the breaking contact. When that happens, we will go back to the very first hospital call forward. And Will gets amnesia a couple weeks into that, I think. And then you'll get to hear the whole amnesia shit play out. Should. I mean, we'll see.
I know it's not easy for you, honey. I know that.
I'll say should. I don't want to make any promises, but we should.
I know it's not easy for me to even mention it to you. But they know it's a step that has to be taken, and I understand that. And I know you must understand it too, because you know about my past.
Sorry, I'll read comments here in a second. I'm trying to change this donation sound. Oh, you guys are gonna hear it.
Otherwise, they've got me by the balls.
By the balls how?
I'm in love with Maggie J. Because we're. What's wrong with you, Roscoe? What are you looking at?
Alright, let's get back into this.
You're growling at a shadow.
X-Pac blessed for keeping all
Because
these... these
I haven't
days.
been in person with...
Yeah, I mean, so basically what happened was, I was trying to get bangers played out, you know, like Sheffrey and Rod.
Oh.
Wait, why did
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Was he still saying I never meant to do it at this point?
Ramona's diaper, thank you, and yes.
Oh. They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
So nice of you to give all your SWC donations to Clobber. Wait, what?
Thank you, Ramona's diaper. Yeah, Clob, whatever. Medium syllables. Yeah, he always he flip-flops on that shit a lot about meant to do it and all that other shit.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
I knew what this was, just wanted to test it. Pack bless and thank you Reborn for the amazing content.
Oh.
Oh my god.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Another AMD drop for me and Rami please.
I think you mean WMD drop, but yes, Clobber, thank you. Farmer, thank you. Let me hit another WMD. But what I was trying to say, I was trying to get the Taken Abroad reading done for Lorne Miss, and I'd hit some part in January of this year, the year we're playing right now, and I just started going from there. That's why I started here. Where the hell is my WMD stuff? I mean, my favorite one ever is still...
Your alligator mouth has overloaded your hummingbird ass.
my favorite one. favorite part. I love that Will does that thing. There's a yeah, that would be cool too.
We'll make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Is he gonna read that?
A donation dog bile. I didn't wanna feel left out. Jesus Christ. Love you, Cawd.
Thank you, voice. He almost said Christ right. He's Christ. Yeah, there's a part that I was listening to recently. There's a lot of like Ramona parallels that I like. Lauren's getting grilled about who he's staying up with all night with. It's pretty funny.
Because I haven't been in person with you yet. We haven't met face to face.
Face to face.
You're a long distance relationship. So it runs parallel to all my other long distance relationships. Even with you sending me pictures on the spot, it's not like I can see you on video.
Why does he sound like there's
Not
revolvers
only
in his
that,
mouth all the time?
they still want to be able to verify you.
Take it easy, man.
It's not going to hurt you.
Shut up, Lauren.
It's going to help us.
It's always about us.
So at least they know that I'm not talking to somebody underage. And they'll be able to verify you so they'll know that you're real.
Lord,
They're
we
just
are
serious
together
about me.
right now.
Real.
Right. But we both know that we want to be.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You don't say shit like that, Lauren. Sorry, this chair is loud AF.
And being able to verify you, they'll know you're real.
I risk
And
going
they'll know you're
through all of
serious.
this and then they'll have a problem that I'm a porn star.
Yeah, I love that they're working towards a relationship and they had been since October. It's like, what, 4 months? 3 months and he's still like working towards it because he's so shitty.
That's their problem. It doesn't define you. But you know how I feel about you if you're doing porn. I don't want you to do porn. That's a discussion for me and you. That's a discussion for me and you, not for me and you and them.
Lord.
The fuck
What?
does that mean?
I'm not quitting my job.
How long after we get to the breakup? Beats me, Doctor. That. Oh my goodness. That damn doctor. I don't have a timeline. Sorry.
Oh, honey, I'm not going to be married to somebody that goes out and fucks other guys.
I'm one big guy. I don't have a studio
I
here.
can't do that. You already saw what just happened. You
I
thought
have
you were
told
pregnant.
you for months that if you had a problem with my career you can walk. What was your response? You call me a smartass. I was serious.
You also told me we're not going to go through that again. You already know what you said when we first got together. You remember saying it, and you knew that.
Jack, no. 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 Very
That's
lucky
not
to
something
get-
that we have to go through again.
Breathe. Respect.
Doesn't matter, that's the past. I'm talking about the past 9 months.
You smart ass.
Well, Jamie, you got to make up your mind. 'Cause I'm not going to be married to someone that wants to have a job where they
Fuck other
go out and
guys.
fuck other guys. I can't do it.
Fuck other guys.
I'm not
You see
quitting my
how I
job.
am. You see how I am. I can handle it.
Okay, so let's get the chat going here. Lauren says he can't deal with her fucking other guys as her job. Now, do you think this is a power move to get her to quit her job, or he's gonna leave her, or I guess B, is he gonna leave? Okay. 1, it's a power move. 2, he's leaving. 3, 87 is he's gonna. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, he's still gonna stick around. I think I said A and B and then changed it to 1s and 87s, but yeah. He's leaving.
I do see how you are. It's awful.
No, it's not awful. It's me wanting to have you. And wanting you to have just me.
That's true, ADD. He is threatening to leave for once. I mean, he kind of does that all the time, but, you know.
Not just me in your life. I want you to have friends in your life, but I want you to have just me as a partner.
I'm telling you now that
Oh.
I'm not quitting my job, even though I've said this for almost a year.
It's called marriage. That's
Good one.
what commitment is.
Yeah, Sigmund. I could put him up. I could put him up on Blankborn Entertainment. Give me, you know, I don't know when, but I'll get him up. I don't know if the Debbie Pizza one, I don't know if I have that one, but I've got all the ones he did for
I guess that's it then.
Reborn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, me too.
This song was in Donkey Kong Country too.
I'm sorry that your job means more than I do.
Real nice.
Well, what do you want me to say, Jamie? That's the truth. And you're choosing your job over me. When your job is going out to fuck other guys.
Other guys.
That's what you're doing.
You chose smoking over me. What's that say? At least mine was making money.
I can quit smoking, Jamie.
Right.
You're not here yet. You're not here yet, so I haven't.
This chair is just wonderful. Right.
Why are you waiting? My lungs are damaged. What don't you get about that?
You're not here yet. I'm not damaging your lungs when you're not here.
You promised you'd do it before I got there.
I told you when the next time I went to see the doctor, I will ask her about Chantix. And I'll be able to get it.
So you get change what you want to do, but I can't.
Huh? I just told you. I've already told you that next time I see the doctor, I'll
You
ask her
change
about
when you get
Chantix.
to quit smoking, but I can't change my mind on my job.
Jamie, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't quit smoking.
You're smoking in the trailer. How is that okay?
It can be cleaned.
It doesn't go away overnight.
Well, it does if I clean it.
No.
Yeah, it does. All it takes is cleaning. And you're not going to be here overnight.
Stop talking out of your ass for 10 seconds and do some research.
Jamie, this will all be painted. You still have some therapy to do down there. Sheetrock will be up. It'll all be painted. Everything will be clean. I'll make an appointment to go see the doctor. but you're gonna have to talk to Stacy, and
That
you're
doesn't
gonna have to
matter
not do
anyways
that.
now. I'm not quitting my job and that's an issue for you. So I guess it's over.
Well, I guess so. I guess you're choosing your job over me.
Guess so.
So your job of fucking other guys means more to being with me.
Yup, I have bills to pay.
Bills don't last forever. And your
What?
job won't last forever.
Did you say bills don't last forever? My God.
Here's a quote from you, Law.
Oh, this will be good.
Everyone has bills.
Yeah, everyone has bills. They don't have just one way to pay them.
Got me, no. Rub Pine Sol on your bills and you don't have to pay them.
Yeah, they do. It's called a job.
Yeah, people change jobs.
Yeah, but people change jobs. Lauren does. You can't hold a job for 6 months.
Right, well, first you have to have one.
Listen, you don't have to do cheap shots.
Fucking savage.
I'm not doing cheap shots.
You sit here saying fucking other guys. What are you talking about? No cheap shots.
What if you did your job just long enough to get your bills paid?
I'm not going to. You aren't doing cheap
Good.
shots. Stop trying to guilt me into quitting my career to be with you.
More crap for put downs.
Well, just career means more to you than I do then.
There it is again.
Oh, how else do you want me to put it?
You don't control me. I will work this job until I can't, Law. I have been saying this since May. Correct.
Jamie, I'm not going to be married to somebody that goes out and has sex with other guys.
Okay, then it's over then.
That's your call. I guess your job means more to you than I do.
No, it's yours.
No, that's
Yes.
Jamie, that's what commitment is. I'm not like other guys that can be married to a porn star and be okay with them
I'm
continuing
not quitting
fucking
my
other
job.
guys.
Stop trying to guilt me
I'm-
into something I'm not going to do.
Fucking other
I'm not
guys.
trying to guilt you into it. I'm telling you how I am. I'm just not made so that I can be married to somebody that goes out and has sex with other
You're
guys.
not compromising and I'm not either.
Yeah, I mean, Lauren bluffs constantly, so it's quite easy for the robot to just call him out on it. Yeah, Mike Scott, I mean, I guess that's what he's assuming is she'll just drive around and suck shit with him. Not that there's anything wrong with sucking
Okay.
shit.
All right,
No.
here's the compromise.
Okay.
As much as I
No.
fucking hate this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, I had one in mind, but you don't want to hear it.
Fine.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you go.
How about you do your job down there, and while you're down there, long enough to get your bills paid.
Okay, so Lauren's compromise is that she continued to do the thing she was going to do anyways. Like, his whole gimmick is when you're here, you're not fucking other guys. And you're not doing that job. So his, exactly good way. His compromise is when you come up here, you stop fucking other guys. That's a great compromise.
Because you're going to be down there for your therapy anyway.
Doesn't make sense. Hey, listen.
And when you come up here,
You stop fucking other guys?
don't do your job anymore.
What a compromise, eh? Hey, listen. I know I'm telling you to stop working when you come up here, but I'm willing to make a compromise. When you come up here, you stop doing that job. Oh, great, cool. What a compromise.
Work with me on
I have told
business
you for
here.
almost a year I am going to continue doing this job. Plain and simple. I told you time and time again if you didn't like it to leave. And now you are still trying to get your way.
That,
Jamie, I'm trying to get to be me and you having commitment with each other.
Kingpin, just wait a bit. You'll when we hit like halfway through this, you're gonna. Well, I guess we're almost to halfway, but the back end of this is not fun. Hey, Raptor, what's up, man?
You are trying to control me.
No, I'm not.
Oh really?
I'm trying to get it to be me and you having commitment to each other.
I'm not quitting my job.
Me and Raptor are boys.
Can't be. It's not gonna work.
I don't believe there's any rage. I can't recall exactly, but there is no Boston. It's I don't believe there's rage.
It's not gonna work then. How do you
I
think
will
probation's
go
gonna
until I'm
look at?
50 if I can.
How do you think probation's gonna look at me on that one?
That's not my
They'll be
problem.
looking They'll be looking cross-eyed at me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
That's not my problem.
So he's saying that her job will make people look cross-eyed at him. Then why did you start dating her in the first place? I can't imagine. You're like, hey, do you want to date? And then a year, like a couple months in, you're like, by the way, your job is bullshit. You need to quit it because everyone's gonna look at us.
Well, it sucks because you're telling me that you'd rather fuck other guys than you would rather be with me.
Yeah, what is that? Philip Eade, aka Xavier Von Erich.
That's what you're saying.
Or no, is it the other way around? Does he go Xavier Von Erich, aka Philip Eade?
No, I'm saying I like my career. I had it before you and it's not changing.
Got it.
You like your career, but Jamie, your career is fucking other guys.
Other guy.
How can that not mean something
Okay,
to
at
you?
least I have a career, right, law.
How can that not mean something to you?
I have sex with women too.
Sex with anyone, other than the one that you're going to be married to.
Amy, you mention it every time, and somehow I never prepared. I will start looking for a photo right now.
How can that not mean something to you?
Well, you said guy over and over.
Oh, well, yes, because my mind's on guys. Not used to saying women.
Because you hate them.
No, I don't. Where the hell does that come from? Jeez.
I'm really, really great at it. I love it and I'm not stopping.
You might be great at it. You might love it. But you wind up doing it with everybody else but me.
What part of if you don't like it then leave are you not understanding?
Well, you gotta leave then because you're not gonna be married to somebody that wants to go out and fuck other people and come home to me.
Is that a good photo? like that. Sorry to make it all NWO on it, or LWO, sorry, correction, LWO on the photo, but it just fits the aesthetic. Fuck, I thought I saw something. Alright, never mind. I don't know ADD. It's like he thinks he can it's like he's going to strong arm her into quitting her job. Like, well, you're gonna miss out on this. She's like, I don't give a shit. And he's like,
I want to know that I'm the only one that they want.
Okay, well, if that's what you want, that was your choice, Lord. Hope we can be friends
Well,
then.
It's your choice because you're the one that wants to continue your job.
It's your choice.
It's your choice, Jamie. I mean, that's when you marry somebody, you make a commitment.
You're the one not accepting the job, right?
You make a commitment to be with that one person, not that one person
You're the
and
one not accepting the job, right?
anyone else.
You're the one not accepting the job, right?
Yeah, because your job is having sex with other people.
Dream, I will give you that. The fact that it takes away from the rest of his melted face.
When you make a commitment, it's a commitment to that
Then
one
it
person.
was your choice.
To being with that one person.
Then it was your
Not
choice.
to being with that one
It's like she's gotten the point. Move on, Lauren. He keeps going.
person and God knows how many others.
Then it was your choice.
Yep.
Yes, it's my choice. I love you and I want you, but I can't do it with you keeping your job.
Okay. So for the first time, I think ever, Lauren has confirmed he can't deal with her job, and he's done.
That's fine. You made your choice. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, right.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Let me know if you change your mind about your career.
Likewise.
Likewise.
I'm gonna get off the phone now.
Lauren's gotta go cry.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So there it is, right? Crazy. An actual clean breakup. Now you'd think that's probably the end of the call, because, you know, there's nothing that could happen after that. Just drop the curtain, you know, scene. People come out and they throw roses, it's over. However, Lauren calls back. There's some time passes, Lauren calls back.
Hello.
He actually, let me let me preface this. Let me give you another corner in there and champagne color. Well, that was a good end to the Jamie arc, right? Cat, please. Hold on, my cat is about to knock my computer over. Go away. So he texts Will. Well, first he calls the robot a bunch, right? He's like, "Hey, answer," and she's like ignoring him. And then he starts blowing Will's phone up, and he's like, "I need you to get to Jamie. I'm so concerned. Jamie's not responding. Is Jamie okay?" Da da da. So then this happens.
Hello.
I love you. I love you.
Okay, so so he opens with, "I love you. I love you." Yeah, Jack, if I have them, they'll be in there. I love you. I'm pretty sure I have Will's text.
I can't hear you.
Hey, hold on.
Okay, so Lauren is opened up with "I love you," which would mean he's back. He's back in. He wants to be with the robot, right? Now, What do you guys think his reasoning is? Let's do another vote here. Let's say one is that he changed his mind, and that he's willing to bear with her career. 2 is that he thinks she changed her mind. 87 is a third party intervened, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to charge it up some more.
Not intervened, but like...
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, what is so important? I was in the tub.
No.
I wasn't going to, but
I love you.
13's a good number too.
And I don't want you to be mad at me. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Okay, so before the big reveal, everyone, if you have a guess, let's hear it now. What do you think made Lauren change his mind between this, from when he hung up to now? What is different? What is different? I'm gonna give it a minute, and just see what some answers are and read them off. I just want to see what you guys think. I Can't Live Without You is pretty good. He Has No Other Choice is a good choice. She Has a Mega Clit is also an answer. He found some way to be okay with her job, and he's desperate simp who wouldn't handle being single for 2 hours. That's very good. He's now horny again. That's good. TLA, that's a good one. Retire Wildo. See people talking about Casey. He started drinking. God, I wish, Aaron. I wish that was it. Will told him that Jamie loves him. That's a good guess. That is a good guess. He's desperate. Loneliness. Okay, all right. Let's see what it was.
First of all,
Okay, first of all,
I want you.
what an opener! What an. First of all, that should be. I'm clipping that right now for future use. First of all, I want you. Fucking idiot. Okay. let me jot that one down. First of all, I want you. Alright, let's go to the real reason.
Even though you still want to do your job, I want you.
Okay.
And we both jumped too fast when we hung up. I jumped too fast when I said I wanted to go.
Right.
When I said I wanted to get off the phone. But I'm happy that I did.
Okay. Why?
Because I had the thought to call or to text Stacy and ask her if I could talk to her for a few minutes. She didn't answer me. She didn't answer the text. And I waited 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I texted Sean, my counselor.
Okay, so he talked. These are people in his camp, his babysitters. Amanda James, great question. Give me 2 seconds and I can tell you. Well, not 2 seconds, but this is the 22nd. Okay, so I would say it's been about an hour. No, sorry, that's giving him too much credit. It has been 30 minutes since the last call. 30 minutes.
And he called me. And I was able to talk to Sean. And I was open and honest with Sean about us. And I was open and honest with Sean about your profession. Sean told me, he said, we don't judge people by their profession. He says, as far as we're concerned, that's just another job. He said, there are many people in this world that watch porn. In order for some people to get paid, they do porn. He said they treat it just like any other job. And, well, I've been on the phone with Sean the whole time. Just about the whole time that you and I was off the phone.
Just about the whole time. All 30 minutes.
With the exception of the time that I waited for Stacy to text me back and never did.
Yeah, sorry, 10 minutes.
And I told Sean that one of your fears was.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of. This part is the interesting part, and then I think he goes into some boring shit at the end.
With talking to Stacy was because you didn't know how they would react to your profession. And Sean said he doesn't know how Stacy will react. But as for them, with class, it's just another job.
That's another good question, man, James. Let me double check the time.
Stacy goes by what Sean says. So you will have no fear to talk to Stacy, because Sean's gonna be talking to her. And I have to be open and honest about it in class sooner or later.
He called them around. I want to say, based on the time I have written down, it was somewhere around 7 to 8 p.m. It was in the night. Not late, but definitely off hours.
So it was better that I was able to talk to Sean one-on-one. But I love you, Jamie, and I want you.
Is of any relevance. You don't like my job and I'm not quitting.
I don't like your job, but you don't have to quit. Sean helped me to understand some things.
There it is. They can get back together. He did it. Took one phone call.
Do I want you to quit? Yeah. But it's up to you.
I'm not.
And that's your choice.
Period.
As long as you come home to me. As long as you come home to me every night and I'm the one that you love, that's what's going to matter.
George Glass.
Sean helped me to understand it more.
I don't know any George Glass that goes to our school.
He said he knows. He said that he's talked to the people that have known people that have been in the porn business, and he said a lot of the women just do it because it's such good money.
Dragon Words. I do think he talked to his whatever about this, just due to statements like that. Lauren wouldn't think of that on his own, you know. I could see him lying about this and just trying to think of a reason why they can't, but Jack, yeah, I mean his I think his counselor told him pretty much that it's okay for his girlfriend to fuck other guys. You know, I think that if Lauren were ever to get another girlfriend, I think that the E has to stay at the end, you know, because you gotta. There's nothing better than Jamie.
I said, yeah, I know. Jamie told me that she makes really good money doing it. I told him I just struggle with it because it's not something I was raised to really believe in, because my mother was so old-fashioned. I said, well, that's where you're probably wrong, because You know, just because that was your mother's way of raising you doesn't mean that your mother's way of raising you was right. He said you got to think of it as two consenting adults wanting to make a living. Some people can separate it and some people can't. And I told him, I said, Jamie separates it really easy. It's been hard for me to separate it. And he said, you've been struggling with this for a long time, haven't you? And I said, yeah. I said, I don't know how to handle it. And he told me, he said, well, how do you think she handles you with your charge that you have? I said, amazingly, she handles it very well. He says, she doesn't judge you for it? I said, no. I said, she's never once judged me for it. He said, so she doesn't judge you for yours, so why are you judging her for what she does for a living?
Now, I see a lot of people in the chat talking about Gorilla Gwen, and I'm pretty sure that if Lauren had read any of that, he would have said, ho ho ho, motherfucker.
And he made me think about it a lot, and he talked to me about it. And he made me understand it better. We even talked about,
That's right, she handled it well.
you know, how to about me lying and telling my family that you're a model instead of doing porn. And he said, okay, well now you're keeping a secret from your family when it bothers you that knowing that it's not the truth.
You said you don't want me fucking other people. That has nothing to do with judging me.
I know.
Yeah, good point, Robot.
I know, but Sean made me understand that it's a living. As long as it's you that she loves, she's just doing that for a living.
Ball the me. It's one of my favorite lines.
It's crazy I can say these things and you don't give a shit, but when Sean says it somehow it's different.
There's more to it than that. Don't get me wrong on anything I'm saying.
Is it because
Things that
he
you
has
have
a
said.
penis?
No. Listen, because you have no idea how much I built you up to him.
Right.
It's just maybe it was partially because I needed to talk to somebody that had something to do with probation to get their intake on it. And Sean being the counselor, well, I actually called Stacy first. Stacy's not a male; she's a female. But
Did you
so
tell
maybe
me
it
that I
was.
love you?
No, I didn't, because you keep telling me that you don't. Smart ass.
What is smart ass about that? It's the truth. Stacy's
There you go
But
again.
whatever, Jamie. You know, you don't love me. Why do you want to be with me if you don't love me?
Okay, alright. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Okay, let's just replay what he said and then I'll share my thoughts on that shit.
There you go
But
again.
whatever, Jamie. You know, you don't love me. Why do you want to be with me if you don't love me?
Okay, so, again, they have been working towards a relationship since October. And they have literally, at the beginning of this call, agreed mutually. That's the name. What I was going to name this is it's mutual. They have mutually agreed that they are not going to be together because they can't come to an agreement over like a solid thing. And he sits there and says, if you don't love me, why don't you want to be with me? She doesn't. She just said it like hours ago.
We just broke up an hour ago.
Thank you, robot. I should just let the robot keep talking.
I know.
It's crazy how like the robot kind of knows what I'm gonna say next.
I know. But even then, you said we weren't really together. So you've had me all confused.
How?
You keep saying we're not together, and then you just told me that we broke up.
I'm unbreaking up with you.
What I'm telling you is, I want to be with you. I want us to be together.
Uh-huh.
And it's okay that you're honest with probation about your work.
It's always confusion, or I was messed up at the time. I was so messed up in my mind at the time. Those are his two big outs for anything he's ever done. I fucking hate this guy.
And I understand it better, and you don't have to quit. And I will be honest with my family about your profession.
That's exactly it, Wendy. It doesn't matter how she feels because Lauren has decided they're going to be together, so they need to just. It's so uncunning. I'm all fucking uncunning right now.
They can accept it, or they don't have to accept it. That's up to them. And most of them are going to accept it. The only one that might not like it is Mom and Aunt Sharon, but they'll grow used to it after they get to know you.
Your mom's opinion doesn't mean shit to anybody.
That's just because they're old-fashioned. They're going to accept you anyway because they'll have to. And then they're not going to judge you for your profession after a while.
You literally hung up the phone and said you don't accept it, and now you had a conversation and everything is different.
I had a conversation with the counselor. Jamie, it was never easy for me to let go of you. That's obvious. I've never wanted to.
What?
Seemed that way.
No. I'm so frustrated and upset, and you got probation breathing down my neck. What you're not understanding is that I've got probation breathing down my neck about you.
Doesn't this sound familiar, guys? Doesn't this sound like when he was complaining to Ramona about how probation's on his ace and all that shit? I mean, it's the same excuses, the same playbook, and he just thinks, if I do this, it's gonna work. And yes, he's starting the tears because he's not getting his way. I never really wanted to be a pirate.
It's not my family that's saying anything.
I did notice in that wonderful Sloth Cat video that the robot got some upgrades.
It's probation that gets on my back. And when you're not here, and no, well, and that's something that they mentioned when we had the phone call today, was that you wasn't willing to talk to Stacy. Now Sean understands why. It was never easy for me to let go of you. I've had such a hard time about it. That's why tonight it really seemed so finalized that I can't just let this go like this, because I love her. And that's why I called Sean. Or why I texted Sean.
Twerk, I don't know what you're talking about, but I mean, I don't know why I'd be stupid.
Or why I texted Sean. I texted Stacy to call her first, to talk to her first, but no answer, so I texted Sean. And I'm happy that I did. But now he understands why you haven't been so willing to.
He's used the mac and cheese defense to the robot.
To talk to Stacy.
Lorne, you made an immediate reaction to something. You said you would never be okay with my profession. Then you changed your mind. Who's to...
No, Wendy. She is not. But stay tuned.
say you don't change your mind again?
I'm not going to change my mind again. I know that I love you, and I know that I want you.
You can't promise that.
Yeah, I can promise that.
As a goof and a gaff. Seems that way.
My biggest fears are gone now.
Damn, Amanda James.
Do you realize you
But true.
do you realize you have broken every promise you've made with me?
Do you realize I'm not going to break this one?
Oh my god. I can't tell you the amount of times I heard this shit. I'm gonna replay it a couple times, but...
Do you realize I'm not going to break this one? Do you realize I'm not going to break this one?
I mean, fuck. He does it constantly. He has said that to the robot. Fuck, dozen times, maybe more. Every time too, like right near the beginning, he would break them and then go, "I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never gonna do that again." And then like a week later, he does it. And then he breaks it again. And then, oh wow, okay. Well, I think let's just do that. But then he'll do it again, and then he'll repeat the same shit, and then it's like every time he hits a wall and the robot's not gonna move on it, he goes, "Don't you know that this time is gonna be different? You're never gonna do it again."
Both of our fears are gone.
You said that last time.
Honey,
Oh, he pieced out Amanda James, but don't worry, he can't be back.
honey, both of our fears are gone. My fear is gone, and your fear is
It's
gone.
not gone.
What's your fear?
She never had one.
I'm not going to break it again to you. I'm not going to break any promise to you.
I don't know what her fear is. He's just throwing that in there. All our fears are gone now. We can be together.
You put a band-aid on yours and the second you feel uncomfortable it all comes flooding back.
But Jamie, do you see how different this is?
Like you do every single time.
Do you see how different this is, though?
Yes.
It isn't.
Probation was my fear.
Okay, but you just mentioned her fears. What were her fears?
No, they weren't. Lorne, stop lying.
Yeah, well, there's that too, I guess.
Well, yeah, part of my fear was that you meet somebody and leave them for me, or leave me for them.
Well, then that was your fear, stupid. Oh my god.
That used to be part of my fear,
What
but
did you
with
say
as much.
before we got off the phone?
Now he's all uncoming.
I know that I don't want to be married to somebody that goes out and fucks other guys and
You'll
comes
never
back
be
home to
okay
me.
with me going out and fucking other guys.
Yeah, well, that I'm not gonna lie to you, honey. I'm not okay with it. I've already been honest with you about that. I'm not okay with it.
Okay. Let's backtrack here. At the beginning of this second call, like when he calls back and says he's talked to Sean, that was 17 minutes ago. He said he was okay with her job, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we heard. And now, now he's not okay with her job again. I mean, it's minutes past, and it's like he forgets what he said. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I forget what he said, but...
What
But
does
I've gotta be up to-
probation have to do with that at all?
Oh, you want a Lorne song? Sure. Oh, I got one for you. Let me tell you, this one is just awful. I don't have backing music for it yet, but it's definitely one I want to make a music video to whenever I go back to making real videos and not just putting, well, when Heelborn lets me make some videos, I should say. This, I don't know how Mick Foley did it, you know what I'm saying? Where is voicemails? Okay. Oh, Thunder Road's good. Desperado's the one that we should play. That gets the ladies going. Alright, guys, name that tune.
With me, the sweet as candy, the taste stays on my mind. Girl, you got your sleep for another glass of wine. I've got it back.
This is even how the song goes. Like, I mean, he's getting some words wrong, but the tone, the pace, the cadence, it's all wrong.
For you, girl.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me get a singing face. Hold on, let's set the mood here. I will close out with that song, Blue Boy. That's the closer. We know that now. I've come to terms with it. Hold on, let me get Lauren's singing voice on there. Or singing face. Where the hell do I even have that? Sweet as candy. Where the hell's your singing face, bro? Right? Roasted. Here we go. I'm just gonna. We'll do this. We gotta add the filter though. You gotta keep everything LWO. Here we go.
And I don't need a cure.
It's my favorite too, Blue Boy.
Got these words, honey. You know, all the good love. If you're all alone, you let me know. You turn me on. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing.
Have you guys guessed the song yet? It's Hooked on a Feeling. But it does not sound anything close to what it's supposed to be. And there's a part there before where he's like, hey, high on the feeling. He fucking sucks. 2 more seconds of this.
And that you're in love with me.
Alright. Let's go back to the call. God, that was garbage.
I have to be able to learn to live with it because you're
What
only.
does
Oh my god. Dream, that's a great idea. I'm gonna put that scene in with that music.
probation have to do with that at all?
Blue Suede, that's mine.
You gotta listen to me, okay? You're okay with
I'm very happy that everyone else had to deal with that.
with knowing that I have the charge that I have.
Answer the question,
So-
please.
Let me finish what I'm saying first. I'm trying to answer your other question.
You guys may have hated that, right? And I understand why. However, I would be willing to bet at least a quarter of you tomorrow or later tonight will be going, "Feeling." I guarantee it.
You're okay with knowing the charge that I have.
She's okay with the charge he has, and all her fears are put to rest. Let's not forget that.
And you're still there. So it's not all right for me.
This doesn't answer
To
my
not-
question. You are saying what you want.
Come on. I'm trying to answer your other question that you had before.
I don't even remember the question because it's hooked on a feeling killed my brain.
It's not okay for
What
me
was my
not to
question
be all.
before?
Oh, crap. Of course, you'd have to ask me that. I can't remember word for word.
Okay, so Lauren says that. Okay, wait. Let's get singing Lauren out of here. Go away, Lauren. Okay. Lauren says he's going to answer her question that she was telling him before, and she says, "What was the question?" And he goes, "I don't remember."
Ah, God, now I gotta think.
Oh man, you got to think of that question you were just answering. It's crazy.
Hang on, honey. My mind is all scrambled right now.
Oh no, can't remember the question. Damn.
You said it wasn't probation.
That's a Cornville too. He's saying that, saying you're okay with being a pedo, and he'll put up with her being a sex worker. I mean, you know, it's apparently it's an even trade in Lauren's mind.
Before.
Yeah.
So it was another problem that I had.
Yeah.
And that was that I was not going to be okay with you fucking another guy,
Oh yeah.
other guys, and then coming home to me.
Yeah.
Other guys.
That's something where Sean
What
helped
does
me.
probation have to do with that at all?
Well, part of what they would have to do is what I thought that they would think about it, and what they would say to me about it, and how much counseling I would need for that.
So Lauren says probation needed to be involved because of how Lauren would feel about her going out and fucking other guys. Now again, I don't think his therapy includes what his wife's girlfriend's profession is and how he deals with it. He's there because of his charge. So I don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
And how they would judge you.
That had nothing to do with what you said.
Come on. You gotta let me answer these questions without interrupting me.
You're not answering them.
The questions are yes or no.
Oh, come on. They're not all yes or no, honey. They are not all yes or no.
This is what he does. He's asked a simple yes or no question, or like, what does probation have to do with that? And it's like, they don't. That's the answer. But he has to ramble and go in this long-winded, not even relevant topic, and then he's like, there you go, I answered your question. What was the question, Lauren? I don't remember, but I answered it.
Even though you've said time after time after time that it's just a job,
It is. To her.
it really wasn't the same to me. Because because I'm in love with you, for one thing. And even with Will telling me that other guys are married to porn stars,
Other guy.
and they're all right with it. Well, even that it didn't come out the same, and it's probably because it came from you and Will. But when I'm talking to my counselor and it's coming from him, it makes me realize, okay, so obviously I'm the one in the wrong here in the way I'm thinking. So I need to rethink this stuff. And he helped me rethink the whole thing. And I've told him before, well, not before, but just tonight. I told him, I said, it sucks because Jamie has helped me on so many things, and to get so far. I said, even my legal work. I said, she made me burn my legal work. She got me to burn my legal work.
Okay, the robot's gonna clarify that that's not what happened, but here's the whole legal work thing. Lauren kept referencing shit from his legal documents, and you know, some of them are very stupid. It's like websites that aren't even around anymore that are saying that, you know, perverted justice took that, you know, that spiel. They had $100,000 per episode. They didn't have any money to show for it. It's like that. Them, you know, shit like that, and then his actual documents. So he kept saying to Jamie, like, I live so much in the future now. I don't even live in the past. And then he started bringing up those documents. She's like, you should get rid of those. Why do you even have those fucking documents anymore? Are you gonna do anything with it? And he's like, no, but it's nice to have. And so they got in an argument and pretty much said, you know, stop living in the past. So Lauren went and burned, not all of them, a box of them, and told her he had burned everything. He burned all this stuff. the past is gone. He feels good because the fire is bringing life back into him. And he's in the future now, and he doesn't have to worry about the past. But he had kept like half of it. But yeah, he did it on his own.
Because I was so concentrated on the past.
And the robot's gonna call him out.
She was able to help me get past the past by burning my legal work, because I would keep going back to it.
You decided to burn them.
Yes, but I told him that. Don't worry. I told him that. He said. So you were struggling. He said, so you were struggling. You were struggling because you kept going back to your past, and she had the solution of burn it, and then you won't keep going back to the past.
Okay, so she just said, "I didn't tell you to burn him," and he goes, "I know," and then says, "She told you to burn him."
I said yes, and he said, well, she was right in doing that.
But hey, they agreed, I guess. So. I believe the robot corrects him on the stuff.
I built you up a lot. I certainly didn't put you down at all.
Yeah, Dragonwords, he was told a lot of things about how YouTube works, I think just to get him kind of fired up. Ah, man, the Samurai Jack, absolutely. I think I got that. I made something with that a while back. Let me have a stroke when I'm trying to tell the story. I'll find it and play it.
Now he's rethinking how good you might be for me.
Bye.
Jamie, I want to marry you, and you can continue doing your work.
Hey, I found it. Hold on. See how fast it loads.
Born.
Oh my god.
I'll never lie to you and tell you that I like it. But I know that you do. And I know that's what you want for a career.
I can't just go on your word that everything is different now. I know you want your thinking to be different, but habits don't break that quickly. I believed you changed before and you go back every time. When I tell you that you've said all of this before, you just say yeah well and tell me not to go back to the past. It's just not going to work out.
What's not going to work out?
What do you think, stupid? I think that the POs have talked to him about the robot, just because he would push really hard on things, and they could tell that the influence for his, not influence, but like the reason he was pushing so hard was because of the person he's dating. That, and Warren thinks that it's therapy is couples therapy and not like to get better from his charge. So he would talk about his relationships instead of, what, his past and what may have caused, what led him to where he got arrested, stuff like that. No, let's talk about his relationship.
Your new mentality, but also us.
Also, you don't want us to work out?
You want me to believe you at the drop of a hat?
Well, considering the person that I talked to was my counselor, I want you to have some faith.
And?
I want you to have some faith in me. Oh. They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
The robot sounds like she wants an excuse to break up. Does she have another guy lined up?
Memes a little, thank you. Yeah, that's got to be it. Because it couldn't be that Lauren's behavior is so terrible, or like Lauren treated her so bad, or she just doesn't like Lauren. It has to be the guy, you know.
You've been asking that for a year, Lord.
Well, in a year's time, I hadn't talked to my counselor about it.
Faith doesn't happen right away.
Honey, we've got a real chance to make it here.
How do you have a real chance?
You've been talking to me about it and you kept telling me I was wrong and full of shit.
You're not my counselor. It makes a difference
So?
when I'm talking when I talk to my counselor about
How?
the stuff. Because Jamie, you know how much they're on my ass. Because I've been saying things to you. But I would never go back and say things to them because you didn't want me to. So I even asked you if I could say something to them, and you said no. Because that was your privacy. That was your right to privacy. This time I had to go on a whim on my own and make the decision. Because I knew it was the only way that we'd have a real chance.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
What is an acceptable amount of time to spend with my friends?
Well, Ramon Sniper, I've heard that it's 10 minutes, it's hi and then bye. And that's all you get. Thank you.
What does that have to do with the fact that I have told you about my job for a year and you kept telling me up until an hour ago that you don't accept it?
Because a lot of the stuff that Sean told me was the same stuff that you told me.
Exactly.
But some of the stuff that he said was different ways for me to look at things. Because it was things that I hadn't talked to you about yet.
We're developing a chatbot. Yeah, Patrick, I'll get into contact with Google, see if we can get something going here.
Like,
do we get to hear the moment when Lauren finds out? I'm not going to comment. How about that?
Like being able to accept it and how my family would accept it and how they would think about it and why would I care if my family accepted it or not. It's not my family that I would be with. There were a lot of things that Sean talked to me about. And he told me, he said the decision is yours. You know, do you want to be with her or do you want to spend your life caring about what other people think?
You're a very jealous person. That's just who you are. That's why you have a problem with it. Stop blaming how other people would view it. You know it and I know it, Lord.
I am a jealous person. I'm not going to lie to you about that. It wouldn't do any good because you already know. But I know that I'm proud of you.
I don't want to deal with a jealous person.
Well, honey, I can't promise you that I'm never going to be jealous. Will I ever go to your shoots with you? No. That's something that
You just
I don't
to.
want to. Huh?
You just tried to.
Just try to what?
You just tried to promise.
I just, what did I just try to promise? I promise you that I'm never going to leave you for your what you do for work.
You said you were okay with it now because you can see it as a job.
Yes, it It's making it easier for me to see it as a job. It's making it easier for me to be able to separate it. I don't ever want to go to a shoot with you.
I'm talking about you jealousy.
I didn't promise you that I would never get jealous.
I don't want to deal with it and I'm not going to.
Damn! Throwing the hammer down.
Then I just don't go to shoots with you.
Right. Because Lauren's jealousy would just end at porn shoots and photo shoots, right? Her getting home late after she's fucked other guy. Yeah, you know, the jealousy's turned right off.
It's up to you, honey, if you want to continue or not.
They make that anger so you won't be disappointed.
I am proud of you.
Hey, Wes, thanks. So, you're my hero, Wes. I just want to let you know that. Just want to let you know that you're my hero, and now I'm going to delete that comment.
It's up to you, honey, if you want to continue or not. I love you, so I know I want to continue. I was able to talk to my counselor.
You are making gut reactions without processing anything.
Over a year's time, I've processed that I'm in love with you.
You haven't been to shoots with me all of this time and you've still acted like a jealous asshole.
I know that too.
The entire time.
I talked to him about Will too.
What?
I talked to him about Will too. Told him how much Will has been a good friend. He said it sounds like she's lucky to have such a good friend.
Did you tell him the countless nights you asked me what is really going on between us?
Yep.
That's a lie. There's no way.
What did he say?
He asked me. He said, "Have you had a hard time with her having such a close friend that's another guy?" I said, "Yeah, I have." And I said, up until a couple of months ago, it started getting easier and easier because I really started to trust and believe in him. But there was always this little part of me that was kind of wondering. And he said, "Well, where you haven't been in person, you know, it's something that's gonna happen because you haven't been face to face."
Yeah, I believe that's what he did too. He hung up with it. I don't give a shit about
He
their
said,
job.
"So it's understandable with that." He
So
said,
you didn't
"But
tell
by the
him.
sounds of it, didn't tell him what." About how I've been up and down? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I told him that I've given you attitude. I told Stacy that.
Accusations.
Yeah, they're close. I mean, they're all dated. It's the next day, and from whenever the last one that went out was, maybe 2. Like they're not very far apart.
Did I say the word accusations? No, I just told him that I've given you attitude. I told Stacy that too.
It's abuse.
No, I haven't, because I didn't want to mention any mental abuse that you gave me either. I didn't want to mention any mental abuse that you gave me either.
Stop acting like that's why.
Yeah, because I didn't want to bring him into so much personal shit yet. Okay? I mean, when I'm in class, I will mention them. Providing you talk to Stacy.
Oh, okay. As long as you talk to Stacy.
We have a real chance to make this happen.
Oh, real chance. Fuck yeah, real chance finally.
And I am more than happy and more than willing to do it. I am 100% in with you.
You know, when he gets asked that kind of shit all the time. It's like, well, why do you want to be with me? And there's never a good answer. You know, it's always like, you're real. You know, shit like that. Because you're so special and you're so precious.
You broke up with me an hour ago and now you are demanding I do things.
I'm not demanding. I'm talking about it with you. I'm not demanding anything. It's not a one-way street. It's just that now we have a
Okay, this is where I
better-
stand at the moment.
Yeah, we'll skip the silence and see what you guys say.
You couldn't accept my job and we mutually broke up. That breakup stands. I think you need to take time to actually process what is going on before saying I need to do this or that or make me promises we both know you are going to break.
I'm not going to break my promises to you.
You said that before, Lord.
Yeah, but before I didn't have a talk with somebody that has to do with counseling and probation.
I don't believe you. Period.
Damn. Shut that shit down.
Well, this is one time when I really wish you would.
I'm robophobic. I'm surprised robophobic hasn't been snatched up for a name.
Well,
yet.
you said that before too.
That's wonderful.
Not like this time.
I don't like being around other robophobics.
This time is so much different.
Right, every time is something different.
Jamie.
Stop selling your promises.
I am so much in with you, 100%.
Where do I stand?
Where do you stand with me?
Yes.
Let's hear it, Lauren.
You're number one, right next to Mom.
What a fucking idiot. That's not even what she's asking. What a dummy. What a dummy.
Yes.
You're number one, right next to Mom.
Where do I stand with you right now? Right next to Mom. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
No.
I mean, literally. What do you mean, no?
What did I just say?
You said, where do you stand?
This song is, here, I'll just link it. It's from the, Donkey Kong soundtrack. There you go, bud. She's real.
That was still broken up.
There you go.
Because why?
Because you want me to process it. And because we just broke up an hour ago, and you want me to process it.
Why did we break up?
Thanks, Donald Morrison.
Because
Right next to Clob.
because
Right next to
I couldn't handle
Is that Kilroy?
you going out and fucking other guys. I wasn't taking it as a job. I was taking it personal.
Right, and it was mutual, right?
It was mutual.
Listen, I got a question. Will you marry me? But you have to be right next to Mom.
But you don't think that in
Okay.
an
now
hour?
go think.
Huh?
I need time, Lord.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go, guys. That was It's Mutual. I guess the last half wasn't as boring as I remember. There's some good shit in there. Some real 87 shit. covered in wet. I don't know about all that, but thank you for the kind words. Oh yeah, he texts back. I don't know. I don't have the text ready for this one. I don't think he texts much that day though. Hold on, let me see what he says after that, after they hang up.
They make that angle so you won't be disappointed.
Hi Reborn. It's so cool to be here at Sundays with Cawd. You may have heard I'm a sex pest and I want you to know it is not true. I'm way worse. LOL. Get it? I made it sound like it wasn't bad but it is. Can you make a wolf sound?
Cut off. Thanks, Jesse. But I don't know what you're talking about, but I will not make a wolf noise for you. And the last part was who is Lauren? I mean, I can't get into all that right now. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, he didn't text after this, so it must be the next day he texts. Because the last thing he writes is Will is going to give you his phone to talk to me. It's extremely important. So there you go. That was that. Hulborn's jabroni ass will put it up at some point next week, hopefully. But no, we got to get the closer ready. I forgot about that. Shit. I just want to say that when did he text the snow couple? Fuck. November or December of 2020, I think. He should have been looking for jobs, but he made snow people instead. Mark, I think the cack pics slowed down at this point, but yeah, thank Cawd for that, because it's Laroon. Sorry. I'll do better next time. Hold on. I'm trying to get this thing to load up so we can listen to the outro, but I just want to thank everyone for coming to service. You've all been great, except for the few people that weren't. But even then, X-Pac bless everyone, including those people. Many yellows. Please stay safe. Have a fantastic week. I know I will. And other words to stall until I find this song. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the call. I know people get mad when there's no rage and tears, but I think that call wasn't bad. No, you got it, bud. Everyone stay safe. You know what? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight, so I gotta go. My plan needs me.
I don't know all the words of the song, honey, but I like the chorus. Again, oh yeah, you're the love that rescues me when the cold winds rain. And you're so amazing, that's just how you are. And I can't turn back now, 'cause you brought me too far. I need you like water, like breath, like wind. I need you like mercy from heaven's gate. There's a freedom in your arms, and it carries me through. I need you. Oh, I need you. I need you like water, like breath, like wind. I need you like mercy from heaven's gate. There's a freedom in your eyes. Yeah, it snows on it. I need you. I need you. All right, my throat hurts. I love you.